So prepared, aren't I, with my notes? Real professional, huh? So I started doing comedy about a year ago. I decided I needed to start doing that because I was about to graduate with a theater degree, and I was like, well, what can I do to make money with no skills? Uh, yeah, I graduated last May, and please don't clap because it's actually not a good thing. It means I have to start paying back my student loans. Yeah, I was totally not prepared for entering the real world, because growing up, I always thought that the real world didn't really exist. I thought it was just something that parents made up to scare kids, like the boogeyman or gingivitis. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, well, as I mentioned earlier, I was a theater major, and I mean, I really enjoyed it, had a lot of fun. It's interesting, though, when you're a theater person, you don't really get a chance to date because you can never go anywhere, because you're always rehearsing, always doing something in the mornings and at night. And there's a lot of stereotypes around there, you know, like the fact that actresses don't get along. And it's not true. Actresses can be friends, as long as they look nothing alike. Seriously, Susan and Tina can be the best of friends, long as Susan, you know, is a tall, hot blonde, and Tina's her dumpy brunette friend. As soon as Tina loses some weight and dyes her hair, they are going to be vicious little cats. I know, I've seen it happen. I'm kind of like Susan. Yeah. So growing up was really interesting. I guess I watched way too much TV when I was a kid. I love to go on YouTube and look at the old nostalgic stuff. I really love to look at the old commercials from when I was growing up. I was watching one earlier today about the Mentos. Anybody remember Mentos? Those old Mentos commercials, those little MacGyver pills. You know, it always starts out with some guy, white guy with a minor inconvenience. He's like, oh no, what am I going to do? He pops out the MacGyver pills, and that theme song, that do-do-do-do-do-do-do-ah. My favorite one has got to be one where this guy's with some friends. He's at a crosswalk. He's about to cross, and oh no! A car cuts him off from his friends. What is he going to do? He might have to wait 20 seconds. No, he's got his MacGyver pills. Do-do-do-do-do-do-ah. So what does he do? He opens the back seat of the guy's car and scoots his way through. And then, you know, pops up on the other side like, bam, Mentos. So what's the driver doing? Just, oh, you had Mentos. I had no idea what you were doing. You go right ahead, my good chum. Really? Has anyone ever tried this on the street? They're going to think you're a carjacker. It is not going to be do-do-do-do-do-do-ah. It's going to be mace in the face. I know, I've tried. Oh, boy. So I started dating again. I started because I started drinking again, and there's a definite correlation between the two, at least for me. But I think most of my dates seem to go better than the first relationship I had. I noticed because, well, I'll just mention, earlier this week was our favorite Hallmark holiday, Valentine's Day. Anyone have a good Valentine's Day? Apparently not. All right. Enjoy. You're going to hate these next jokes. Never mind. I think, you know, guys, girls, whatever, at least remember this for the next time you've got someone for Valentine's Day. No matter what the intention is, a self-help book is the wrong Valentine's Day gift.
That is so awesome.
Yeah. First boyfriend got me the 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. That is not a good Valentine's Day gift. I love you. You need to change. Yeah. Oh, lots of crazy things growing up. I guess one thing that's always funny to me is when I was in high school and I tried coming out to my mom. I'd say try, and you think like, really, do you need to actually come out? When you're the kid in gym class, all the other guys are looking at their CDs. They're like, hey, check it out, Limp Bizkit, and hey, check it out, DMX, and you're like, hey, check this out. That sounds like the Cats. Yeah. But in high school, this was years before Glee, and I was all nervous, thinking I'm into one of those big TV Lifetime movies. I go up to my mother, I'm like, Mother, I have this friend. And we can all agree that whenever you say that you've got a friend, someone says they've got a friend, they're talking about themselves. We can all agree on this, right? Same page here? Right. Okay. So, big heightened dramatic moment. She's, Mom, I have this friend, and he's gay, and he's thinking about coming out to his parents, and he's really afraid that they're going to throw him out on the street or disown him, and I just wanted to know, if it were me, what would you do? She says, well, we would still love you. No big deal. We love you. We're your parents. We love you unconditionally. Thanks, Mom. And I wander off like Jan Brady to my room and start blogging on my computer like, oh, it's a great, pivotal moment in my life and everything's going to be great. Not 30 seconds later, she appears in my doorway. She's like, Justin, you might not want to hang out with that friend of yours too much. People might think that you're gay. Thanks, Mom. Love you too. Yeah. Well, it's one of the weird things about growing up when you're different for me. Because another weird thing is that there's really no TV shows for guys like me when I was growing up. There was no Gate by the Bell. There was no Fags of Life. Thank goodness there were the Disney princesses.
Oh my gosh.
Until you grow up and you realize that there were some really messed up morals in the Disney princess movies, weren't there? Think about it. The Little Mermaid. Shut up and get plastic surgery. Beauty and the Beast. Stockholm Syndrome works. Really, look at it. Pretty interesting. Anyway, I guess I don't really have too much else to say, but I wanted to say thank you guys for coming out to support live performance art, whether it's musicians, comedians, and just supporting local businesses, because I think that's a great thing to do in not just our state, not just our country, but for the global economy. I want to say thank you guys for supporting live performance art. Thank you, and happy birthday to this great man right here. There's Sean Look. Thank you.
That was awesome. That was really cool.
Hey, Dave.
Hey,
What's this?
what are you gonna do?
Background on a little screen.
Oh.
That's just wrong, man.
You've been waiting for like 3 months to say that though. That's really good too. Background on a little screen. Hey internet, click the full screen button if you don't like what you got here.